guys. So I am here at day 4 of the Urbanworld Film Fest.
Hi, I'm Duvernay, and you're live at the Urbanworld Film Festival.
I am the BORIS, and I'm live on the Urbanworld Film Festival red carpet.
What's up? My name is Amandla Stenberg, and I'm here with Urbanworld.
I am Ruffin with the Empowerment Hour. We are here at the Urbanworld Film Festival, day 4, and The Hate You Give has just finished screening to a packed theater. Stay tuned as I bring you an interview with the star of the movie, Amandla Stenberg, as well as the director, Tillman Jr.
My name is Nancy Ruffin. I'm with the Empowerment Hour.
Nice.
Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you
now,
so much.
because the movie deals with such sensitive subject matter like the Black Lives Matter movement and the killing of unarmed black men, what is it that you hope audiences take from this film?
I think it's easy to become desensitized to these events when we're only seeing them in the context of news, which is often desensitized and often postulating the information in a way that's manipulative or perpetuates really negative tropes about black men and who they are. But hopefully after you see the story and you see it in a context that creates empathy and that hopefully speaks to your heart, those who don't understand these experiences or why they weigh so heavily on the black community will be able to understand them.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
much
sure.
success.
Thank you.
It's interesting because you do have your son here, and the movie is about the killing of unarmed black men, specifically young, black men. In making this film, how much of it, I guess, weighed on your heart knowing that it could happen to you or to your son or to any of your family members?
Yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to make the film, because I feel as an African American man, as a father, when I was growing up, that's the conversations that I had. As a filmmaker, I have a way to really broadcast it and really put it in media and put it out on a large canvas. I felt that was like my duty. He saw the movie about 4 or 5 months ago, and after that, I remember the next day he came back from school. He told me about an incident, about a racial incident with students in the class, and because of the movie, I think he was a little bit aware of it.
Right.
And that's the kind of things I want to do as a father and as a filmmaker.
Right.
I know you all started talking about it, but I had a few questions to ask, and then we can open it up and ask some questions from the audience. But specifically around the book, I work on a show called Queen Sugar. It's written by a black woman author, and the whole idea of adaptation and honoring the book and the source material. I know you talked a little bit of the question about changing someone asked about changing the end, but I want to know a bit more about how you became involved with it, a little bit about Angie and how you all connect around the material.
Yeah, that came quick because, like in certain places, like certain producers can get books really quick. Like Scott Root gets books fast. Sometimes Darren Aronofsky get books like from like 50 years ago and develop things. So you just got to find your end. For some reason, this book just sort of came. I got it published. UTA was controlling it. I'm at CAA, but I was able to read it quickly. I was actually working on a show. I was working on Luke Cage with Cheo. We worked on Notorious together. But I was working in the daytime.
Did you read the book and say, I have to be a part of this? Did you all build it together? Were you passed after the fact? Were you a part of it? Can you tell us about your journey with it?
It was pretty collaborative from the jump. I think I was in my senior year of high school, so at the end of my senior year of high school, and I found out about the book, and it was because my mom has a friend who's a young adult author who had been hearing a lot of buzz about this particular project that highlighted the events of the Black Lives Matter movement, but was through this personal narrative, this 16-year-old girl who is code switching between different environments. And she passed it along to me because she said that the character's life events reminded her of mine. And at that time, my agency had their hands on the unpublished manuscript. And we knew that the book would be successful. We didn't know that it would be what it is. It's been incredible to see the response, but at that point I chased it really hard because I fell in love with the book the moment I read it. I felt like it was such a special window into Blackness, into existing as a contemporary Black American, which is a nuanced experience. It has a lot of complexities to it, and oftentimes I think we get very simplified and kind of pigeonholed in the representations we're afforded. So that was already speaking so much to my heart, so I chased it, and they were already starting to package the film, and they were interested in me for it, just because I think maybe some of the ideas that I have spoken about to them kind of were representative of Star's ideas, or at least the person she becomes at the end of the story. So I attached at the end of my senior year of high school, and we went through the whole process together, me and George in the studio, constructing Star. I was guarding the book.
The thing that I love about it is the family in this. And so many beautiful cast members in it, folks that we love. But I want you to talk a little bit about your connection with Russell Hornsby. Gave me chills again and again, whether it's a scene on the lawn, whether it's a scene just him coming into the bedroom, laying on his lap. Those small things that you all found together, that's not automatic. That stuff is not in the script. That comes from actors that are able to bring that warmth and that connection. How was working with them together, and what did you find together?
Oh man, he was such an incredible mentor to me. I think oftentimes our relationship reflected that of Star Inez, in that he would guide me and teach me lessons, but never directly. It was like he would plant the Easter eggs for me and then allow me to find them and learn things without ever, being patronizing or knocking me over the head with something that I should do.
There'll be a lot of Black people who will see this film, a lot of non-Black people who will see this film, who are not aware that code switching exists, are not aware that think that when she leaves her white school, she's like, oh. And when I talk to white friends, they're shocked. There's a word for that. It's called, there's a phrase, it's a thing. What do you think the value is in revealing that and talking about that and making sure that the larger society is aware of these two faces that people of color or people who are marginalized in many ways have to wear? What's the value of revealing that, taking that out?
I think there's some value in even understanding the amount of mental and emotional work that goes into code switching. That's a huge part of, I think, what takes a mental toll on us as Black people. I think, white people or non-Black people being exposed to that, understanding that our lives are nuanced. We're very smart people. We know how to be chameleons. We understand that the way that we present ourselves authentically might not be conducive to our success because we exist amidst white institutions. And so I think a self-awareness, being an awareness of that experience when approaching us would be helpful. If non-Black people are able to understand that that is the line that we consistently walk, maybe they'll have more of a sensitivity to our experiences, or at least be able to conceptualize of us as multi-dimensional beings who are not just one stereotype or one trope that is often perpetuated by the media.
For me, that was the big thing in it. I think it's challenging for me to see a film that deals with also with age, Central Park 5 right now, which deals with trauma to the Black body and trauma to our Black boys. And even while making it, I know that I'm going to have to put people who care about the story through the trauma of watching it again. But I think we have to weigh where the value is. And beyond just the sensationalism of seeing this film does so many layers in terms of teaching us lessons of all different kinds, and code switching, and the masks that we wear was such a big part of that piece. So what I really took away from it is your greatest hope for this picture, George.
Well, that was a conversation that we were back in January. Me and Amandla had a conversation. Actually, we called up Algie too. Right around January, right when I was finishing up the director's cut, we had an issue with one of our actors that played Chris, and something came up in YouTube that he said about 7 years ago, and it really just killed me because I was feeling good with the director's cut. Fox was behind the movie, and then this popped up. So Amanda was just coming back from a needed vacation because we just finished 3 movies back to back. And me and her just immediately, like, we need to make this change. And Algie, I remember I called Algie and let him know, even though you didn't have any scenes with him, we just felt like we had to go back in. Going back in was 7 days, going into the uprising, the riots, going back into these scenes, and replacing this, because we felt like what we wanted to do is make sure that the film get back out to the audience to have conversation, to talk. How are we able to heal? Tupac philosophy was in 93 and 94, all that is still going on. How can we go past that? So we had to replace that actor that brought in KJ, who we wanted to bring in originally. And he was just great, but it was tough. The 7 days for Amandla to get back into that emotional space. Thank God 90% of my crew came back. And he's pretty much in the movie, but it was seamless because I think we made the right choice. And the choice is for the audience to take it in and take in all these messages to be able to do something. So that's what we hope will happen with the film.
You also have people who watch and do something. Okay? Like what?
Talk about it, right? Talk, conversation, code switch, and have an understanding, how we able to relate, how we able to talk to one another. Those are one of the big issues. Police brutality, how we able to, Chanel Bell says it in the movie, we use our mind. Our skin is our color. Just with Compton, the scene with the police officer when he says these things, how we look at bodies and with ourselves. Those are the most important thing. How do you do that? It won't change over time, but to have conversations, these are the things that Fox were open to support. Thank God we got great women behind. It's in terms of greenlighting movies, Stacey Snyder, Elizabeth Gabler, and Emma Watts. These are women who wanted to do something in lives to make our movies. So what you see is our version of the film. No extra changes or anything. This is what we want to do.
I know something that we can do. Vote in the midterms. Go vote.